Okay, I'm here. Sorry for the wait. Sorry for the wait. There I am. Oh. Sorry, it's a little warm today. Like, I thought it was supposed to be. We were supposed to be in the cooler months by now, but... Whew. Lord. Getting a little sweaty. Fortunately, I have myself a big can of old man juice. I'm not sure who this is. I think that's I think that's Michael Jordan. Something like that. It's one of those guys. Crack open a... Oh, good news. According to Apple software update, new software is available on my computer from Apple. They just released iCloud for Windows update. But be careful, because this version of iCloud for Windows requires Microsoft Windows 7 or later. You also need to at least have Internet Explorer 10. Why is Apple still supporting Windows 7 when Microsoft isn't? I'm very confused. Very confused. I hear the cat. I found the cat. You little fuck. Now I can close the door so you can't ruin my life. Alright. So, we're in a little bit of a semi-development hell with the Click and Play game. And I say that mainly because we're taking quite a while to actually get the stage started up. Why didn't this ask me for the date and time like it normally does? It doesn't have a CMOS battery. It has the correct... I don't know.
To Windows 98.
I don't know. Why didn't it ask me for date and time?
Why are you still
That's
using
weird.
Windows 98? What is wrong with you? Stop buying computers from thrift stores, man!
Weird. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't ask me for the date and time. There's literally no CMOS battery in here because the connector for the CMOS battery was ripped off. So, that's weird. Okay, I won't worry about it, I guess. We're just gonna break right in. And we're going to try to make some progress here. Trying to make a little bit of progress. Need more old man juice. I think I was supposed to shake this. It's too late now. When do we last back up our game? No idea. I won't worry about it for now. Damn, it's uncomfortably warm in here. It's November. It should not be this warm. Ugh. Okay, so we were setting up the enemies here. As you can see, they come in. We can shoot them. They can die. Obviously, that's a lot of enemies for the first wave. We're currently ignoring the issue with the health bar and leaving it as a problem for future us to take care of. And by future us, I mean future me. Oh, there! I just manually placed them, didn't I? Okay, so let's actually destroy them at the start of the level, since we're gonna be setting some of this up. I'm gonna set one aside so we don't lose it, and the rest we're gonna delete. Delete all this fish toast. Okay, so let's set up another controller to control the stage. We could probably piggyback on something, but we're gonna do it this way anyway, just in case we need more variables. Just in case. You never know. Alright, so. Stage controller, what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to sneak this event up to the top. But every 1 second, we're going to we're gonna add 1 to ultra value A of the stage controller. We're gonna use this to time the stage, I guess. So by default, you know, with nothing going on, we're in the stage, there's nothing here. We're just here, hanging out, we're cool. I don't remember what we set our little debug counter to, but it's there hanging out. Alright, so let's say at 4 seconds we have someone come in, and this is going to be how we kind of do our stage. So if A is greater or equal to 4, and then the very important part is only once, we'll spawn in some of the fish boys, just a small handful of fish boys. And this is kind of how we're going to lay out this. No, not. We're going to spawn in a few fish boys. Go. Just some fish boys. Alright, so let's see how this works. So, after approximately 4 seconds, we should get the first wave of things coming in. Yep, there they come. Alright. So that's kind of like how we're gonna do this. Sorry, I thought I heard a bad animal. They should probably play a little sound effect when they shoot their toast, but I don't want to get like sidetracked, you know what I mean? So let's just pick something that's already in here for now. We can always replace sounds later, you know? We're already using the fireball for Arthur, which we might replace later as well. Let's see, what's just a quick thing we can do? Chomp, I don't feel it's gonna work. Nope. 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 Those are practically identical, but they're not. No! Well, that would be fitting. It's too long and annoying. I just want a simple little sound. Okay, let's not be silly. Let's just grab a very basic little sound. Just we need to be able to hear that the fucking thing is being shot out. That's all. Oh shit, we have all the Star Fox 64 3D sound effects in here? Since when? How about that? Didn't know we already had that downloaded. Okay. A lot of damn sound effects in here. Alright, that's okay. We could probably work with that. It's just a little thing. We can always change it later. Let's see. But the Earthworm Jim sound folder is probably the good sounds in there, yeah. Yep. See, that's fine. That's an appropriate sound. Okay, so those enemies are going to come in, and I think this first stage here first screen, whatever we're going to end up calling it, should be kind of reminiscent of Corneria. So I figure we'll have, like, one of them come in and say something on the box down here. Oh, you know what? I don't have name tags for the other guys, do I? Why don't I have name tags for the other guys? Buster, Stinky, and Binky. Wait, what font is this? Where did I get this? Did I get this from Paint? Like, is this an MS Paint font? Where the fuck did I get this? Right, you can't do, text while you're zoomed in. It might be an MS Paint font. Okay, so we'll do like this. Arthur, Buster. I'm blanking on his name. Binky. There we go. Okay. Let's see. That's just a simple kind of fat outline. That should be simple. Okay, the black is actually going to be transparent when we import it, so we'll use another color that we're just going to replace. We'll replace the blue with black once we have it imported. Oops, god damn it. And just going to make a little bit of progress. I feel weird about that little hole in the top B, but I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it a little bit. Just a little bit. A little ignored. I'm pretty sure there hasn't been any gaming news since yesterday. Pretty sure... Damn it. Pretty sure nothing cool has happened, so not too worried about any of that. Not worried at all. Damn it. My mom gave the little girl an entire, like, ripe pear. And she never had anything, like, big that she had to bite to eat before, but she did pretty good. It was just, you know... She figured out getting her teeth in there and biting the whole fucking thing, and she ate most of the pear. Very impressive. Sinking teeth into that thing. It was brutal. It was kind of brutal. Like, I kind of want to give her, like, a big, like, piece of, like, steak and see if she'll chomp on it the same way. And then her face can be covered, and it could be like medium rare, so her face ends up, like, covered in, like the steak juices, and she looks like she's consumed an animal or a human being. we go. Alright. Buster is filled in. Now to get the other two fuckers. Oh, I'm sure she's gonna enjoy the Thanksgiving turkey. Like, you know, she was a year younger last Thanksgiving, of course. Duh, fucking idiot. She was a year younger last Thanksgiving, so she was still at an age where she would eat most things you feed her without being picky. And, you know, she went to town on the Thanksgiving. So we'll see now that she's a toddler and see what she's fucking picky about this Thanksgiving. But I have a feeling she'll be good with the turkey and the mashed potatoes, at the very least. It's really hard to go wrong with that. The thing that gets me about her is she doesn't like cold cheese for some reason, and she doesn't like eggs. I don't know why. I used to give her I used to make her omelets and she would eat them. Now that she's a toddler, she doesn't seem interested in them. Who doesn't like a good omelet? You know? I don't get it. I don't get it. Weird. But I really hate how warm it is right now, and like at the end of November, like what the fuck? This is not how life is supposed to be. Winter is supposed to be cold. What the fuck is happening? I hate this so much. Highlighted. Alright, and one more name. One more. Spilled my drink. One more name. I feel like there was something video game related I wanted to talk about. And it wasn't even like about a new video game, it was about an old video game, but I can't remember. Maybe I made it up. Maybe I never had anything to talk about and I just want you guys to think I did. But if that was the case, why would I tell you that? No, that can't be it. We'll never know. Nice and highlighted. A perfect amount of highlightation. Damn it. This mouse. This stinky goddamn mouse. Okay. And 2 more letters. The weird thing is, like, I feel like I'm wasting my time by highlighting these names. I feel like I should have just went on with placeholders, but at the same time, I would have to do this eventually anyway, so I might as well do it now. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still in the mindset where I'm trying to avoid Simpsoning this stage, but I feel like we're already partially in the trap, so I'm struggling to get us out of here. Okay, save as names 256.
Holy crap!
All right, and we're going to get this all in place. Where's the hotspot? That's not great. -38, huh? Okay, well, we're gonna do our best. paste Arthur here, and then we're going to try to line it up once we have it cleaned up. So, this, shrink, this black. Okay, so it is -3, 8, so it should be okay to do that here, theoretically, right? That makes sense to me. -3, 8. Arthur, Buster. -3, 8. Okay, I can remember that. Gamers, you ever think about how many VR headsets have come on them? Like, okay, that's a weird way to put it, but like, here's the thing. One of the biggest uses for those things is obese weebs pretending that they're anime girls on VR chat, and cybering with other obese male weebs pretending that they are anime girls on VR chat. There must be a significant number of VR headsets that have come on them due to shenanigans related to those sort of activities. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be a non-insignificant amount, you know? How do you get all the way to your headset like that? It's not hard. Like I don't think it's as hard as you're making it out to be. Buy a blacklight, 5 VR headsets from eBay and do a test. Oh, can you imagine? Oh no. Okay, so. Now the most annoying part about this is going to be actually doing the text, as all the text has to be crammed into an active object. But what can you do? -3, -5. Okay. Whew. So I believe we set up something resembling a template for text inside of Paint. Not Paint. Photoshop. Let's see. Text box. That's it. Yep, there. You just have to zoom it in a little better. Okay, so the trick here is we have to pay attention to the line breaks. Okay. So, we're in the water stage. Some enemies come in. What's next? Okay, Arthur. Okay, Arthur's gonna say, okay, boys, let's find got to break to the next line. The thing. I don't think there's going to be a registered trademark that's going to fit well. I don't think it's going to fit well in this low font size. Okay, hold on. That's not so bad, actually. I'm not making it bigger, it has to fit. There we go. Alright. Text. 256, save.
Holy crap!
-3, -5. Like that. As much as I would love to have the text kind of go, you know, character by character, like da 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 da, we're not going to be able to do that in Klik and Play because of, you know, everything. So we're going to have to just deal with this. We do need a quick animation for when the text box fuzzes in, because it goes like, and then you see the guys. So let's see. Appearing is the one that makes sense, but that's actually used by the system when you spawn it in, so we're just going to throw in user animation 1 or something. Maybe actually grab one of them, so we have the appropriate size. What's the border look like when it's appearing? I'd pull up the sprite resource on the ThinkPad here, but that sure as hell doesn't fucking work after they updated their website. I'll pull it up on my main computer just to look real quick. Looks like it's just a white outline when it's fuzzing in. Okay, so we do this. Something resembling some, like, TV static. Gonna do a few lines of, like, white and various shades of gray. And obviously I could just grab some pre-existing static and stick it in here, but I'm incredibly stupid and dumb. And I'm a moron. And I'm an idiot. And I stink. And I'm not a smart man. And I'm actually a fart man. And by that I mean I fart a lot. Not that I enjoy farts. Here's the thing. I think it's possible to produce many farts, but not enjoy it. Like, it's like how you can be good at something, you know? You could be good at something, but hate that thing. It's very common. You know what I mean? Like, just because I fart a lot does not mean I enjoy it. I actually don't enjoy farting a lot. I'd prefer if I farted less. I would prefer if I farted a lot less. But I can't help it. I just do. Help. Help me. Help me not fart so much. layer of white top. Eat less beans. I don't eat enough beans. I wish I had more beans in my diet. And then we'll redo the outer layer here. There we go. This one will get flipped. Hotspot back. What? We're not just gonna flip it, we're also gonna flip it. There we go. Okay. Set this to like 15 or something. Okay. So, along with these guys spawning in, we're also going to try and do the text system here. Have it happen. So, we're going to set the direction to right, which is for Arthur. Visibility, reappear. We're going to set portrait. Let me update the portrait icon so I can actually tell what the fuck it is. There we go. Change animation to fuzz. Reappear. I'm going to try to set the direction to right. I don't know if it's going to transfer through. Make sure it only has one animation, so we don't have to worry about that yet. So we're going to set its direction to right. Reappear. And then we'll have to have some code in to make it disappear later, so we'll see what happens. So we're waiting. We're waiting. Okay, so we'll need some code to make the text box automatically disappear if it's not, you know, displaying another piece of text. I wonder. The message, you know, sound in here? That's not it. That's not it, but I like that. Let's see. That's not the right message sound. That might work. I feel like it played quicker in the actual game, or quieter, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just stupid. But it should be fine. I mean, yeah, I can tweak it, I guess. Let's... Let's just use that sound effect for now, and we'll always change it later if we want to. And a lot of these sounds you're not going to hear because Click and Play only plays one sound at once, so, you know, we might not hear it. Okay, so let's try to get some code in for the message box to disappear on its own. So, if The animation fuzz has finished. We're going to set... Where is it? Alterable value A to a value. We'll have to figure it out. We'll try 30 for now. Another condition. If value A is greater than 0, then every, we'll say 2 stinky seconds, we're gonna do you want to count down or do you want to count up? Let's see. We'll count down. Okay, so if animation is playing stop, and I don't know if it's going to detect that correctly because we know Klik and Play has weird issues with default animations playing. So I've stopped is playing, and we'll pro value A equals 0, and portrait is visible. I'm going to make a copy of the fuzz animation. And it's wasteful as fuck to have a copy of this, but I figure this is going to be easier code-wise. Call it out, and it'll just play this when we're fuzzing it out. Out. Okay, and then when out is over, we make everything disappear. Invisible, 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 invisible. So, see how this works. Oh, 30 is too short, but we got the general idea. Let's try 100. I think we can make it a little longer than that as well. How about 150? The problem with having sounds or voice for the dialogue, it's twofold. One, Klik and Play can only play one sound at a time, so majority of the time any sound we're going to play is going to be overwritten. And then two, you know, long voices are going to be big file size because this only supports WAV files, which is uncompressed audio, so it'll be kind of an issue. Okay, so level starts. There's some music playing in the background, which we have not picked yet. First enemies are in. We shoot. Arthur says we're gonna go find the thing. Should probably be another wave after that, and one of the wingmen can come in and do some shit. Let's see. Oops. Buster's gonna fly in. He's gonna say, "Hi, Arthur." Is it alright? take a few pictures of your mom when she isn't looking. I don't know. Where do we want this dialogue to go? Where do we want this to go? Okay, okay, Buster says this video game is so real. I feel like I'm really here. How do we want this to go? Binky's gonna comment on the enemies coming in since it's the start of the stage. No. Let's kind of follow the flow of the dialogue from the actual Corneria. I don't know if we should ask ChatGPT to write us the dialogue. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna ask it, but we're not gonna use it, okay? We're wasting our time by asking ChatGPT to write us the dialogue. We're wasting our time. But let's ask it real quick, okay? Hello, ChatGPT. I have a request for you. Okay, he responded. Hello, sure, what can I help you with? Can you help me write some dialogue for a video game I am developing? Absolutely, I'd be happy to help. Tell me a bit about the game. What's the setting world like? Who are the characters in the scene? What tone are you aiming for? What's supposed to happen in the dialogue? Give me details, and I'll write some... Okay, here we go. The setting is deep in the ocean. The characters are the main male cast from the PBS cartoon Arthur. This includes Arthur, Buster, Binky, and the Brain. The tone is a tongue-in-cheek parody video game making light of both the cartoon show Arthur making light of the cartoon show Arthur, the video game Star Fox 64, and the old PC video game Arthur's Computer Trouble. In this scenario, the four characters are under the ocean looking for looking for an object that they only refer to as the thing. The scene begins with the four boys swimming in to the oceanic trench and starting combat against enemy toasters being piloted by fish. These enemies fire deadly toasts towards the boys. The boys counterattack by firing laser attacks towards them. Okay, let's see what the fuck ChatGPT does with this. Okay. It's thinking. Got it. I can write original parody dialogue featuring those characters in a transformative way. Here's a scene you can drop directly into your game script. If you want it in a specific format, Unity C#, RenPy, JSON, etc., tell me and I'll convert it. Okay, here we go. Undersea trench. Combat intro. Parody scene. The camera sinks into a dim blue trench. Strange metallic clanks echo through the water. Four silhouettes swim into view. Okay. Arthur. Okay, so who buries the thing at the bottom of an ocean trench? This feels like the worst group project ever. Buster. Eyes wide. Forget the thing, Arthur. Look, those fish are piloting toasters. Why are there toasters down here? We're underwater. Toast isn't even waterproof. The brain. Overly calm, pushing up invisible glasses. Actually, Buster, that's what makes this fascinating. These appear to be Class 3 amphibious appliances. I've only read rumors about them. Binky, cracking knuckles underwater somehow. Rumors or not, they're aiming bread at us. Everyone dodge. Here comes the toast barrage. A swarm of chrome toasters zooms into view. Tiny fish at their controls. They launch glowing slices of toast like torpedoes. Gamers, I hate how good this actually is. To be perfectly honest, I actually really, really hate how good this is. I genuinely hate how good this is. We're not done. We're not done. There's more. Hey, Arthur. Here they come. Break formation. Defensive swimming maneuver. Freestyle panic mode. Buster. Shrieking while spinning. That's not a real formation, Arthur. The brain. Focus. Calibrating wrist lasers. If my calculations are correct, the gluten density of these toast particles... If my calculations are correct, the gluten density of those toast projectiles is... Gets hit by a slice. Ow. Well, higher than predicted. Binky. Enough math. Time to broil some fish. Charges up a laser punch. Toaster fish, you picked the wrong kid's show to mess with. This keeps going. The boys fire colorful laser blasts. Exploding toast crumbs drift through the water like glitter. Arthur, remember, stay sharp. If we find the thing, maybe we can finally go home and pretend none of this ever happened. Buster, yeah, after this, regular homework is going to feel like vacation. The brain, don't get complacent. My sonar is picking up a massive heat signature ahead. Binky smirks. Let me guess, a king-size toaster? A giant toaster-shaped submarine silhouettes rises above the abyss. If you want next section, boss intro, mid-battle quips, cutscenes, alternate tones, etc., just tell me. Gamers, I fucking hate how good this is. I fucking hate how good this is. I really hate how good this is. We can't use it. Definitely not, like, you know, verbatim at least, but it's at least, we can at least use it as inspiration, I guess? You know what I mean? Oh, man. How is it so good at this? How is it so good at this? I'm really concerned by how good it is at this. Okay, so that was a really interesting experiment, but here's the thing. I feel like we can't ask ChatGPT for this sort of thing because it ends up influencing what we're actually going to write. You know what I mean? And we end up in a situation where our creativity has been tainted by reading someone else's take on it. You know what I mean? Having said that, that was actually like surprisingly well done. Okay, let me thank them first. Thank you, ChatGPT. That was surprisingly well done and fits the tone I was going for very well. I appreciate the inspiration. You're very welcome. I'm really glad it hit the tone you wanted. If you want more blah 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 blah, just say the word. Goodbye. Yeah, okay. Alright, so, it's gone. I closed the window. We can't look at it anymore. Okay, so. Come in. Okay, boys, let's find the thing. Okay. Buster comes in. And he says, how did these toasters... Do we want to comment on the toasters directly like that? Okay, maybe the brain can come in. The brain comes in. These appliances appear to... Sorry, the spacebar on this thing's bad. To be rated for a very high level of water resistance. See, careful. Yeah, okay. There we go. I don't want him to say Bazoinky. I don't want that. Ugh. Oops. Oh wait, what's the hotspot? -3, -5. Okay. 3, -5. I think it was -5. I hope it wasn't +5. How did we do this again? We did reappear. Fuzz. Did the radio fuzz in between dialogue if the dialogue was like one after the other? I don't remember. Let me look up a quick video of Star Fox 64. Let's see. Let's see how that worked. Come on, get to the first dialogue. It looks like there's a radio fuzz in between each one.
Whoa! Help me! Thanks, Bot. I thought they had me.
Okay, that's not so bad. We can do that. Okay, so at 6 seconds, we'll have the next dialogue come in. This will change the dialogue to which one is the brain? That one. Oops, not like that. Dialogue's gonna be right here. Right, let's see how this works. Okay, 6 seconds was too short. It needs to be a little later. Let's try 8. 8 might be too long. Let's do 7. So when you're actually playing the game, you're probably not going to be able to read most of the dialogue because you have to not get killed by fish. But that's just how it's going to be. We can probably have the brain come in as well when he's doing his dialogue, kind of like that. Okay, so where is the debug I was using? So we can kind of do something similar. It was X I did, so it was... We created... like that. Create a path and a spawner. That's all we had to create. And I believe... Okay, the annoying thing is I don't remember the rules I set up for the spawner. I know it was even and odd on X, and then even or odd on Y. I'm pretty sure Y is what creates the brain, if it's on an odd thing. So we're just going to take this one directly, since it's mostly fine for this specific scenario, and just drag it down here. Okay, so this should spawn in the brain while he does his dialogue, without me having to press the button manually. Yep, there he is. And he'll fly off on his own. Yep. This is working. It's going to be a little slow to set this all up, since doing this... Here's the thing. Obviously, the easiest way to do this is if this supported scrolling, and we could just place everything on the map. But this is the only way it's going to work with Click and Play, so... Say at 12 we spawn in another group of fish. Oh, you can't hear that. My headset is running low on battery. I have to plug that in after the stream. Alright, so let's see if the timing on that one works. Oh, I should be shooting. Yep, there's the next wave. Now, you can see it kind of chugging a bit. I'm pretty sure that's specifically an issue with my laptop. Whenever Click and Play loads in, and plays a sound, it kind of chugs a bit. So it's probably not going to happen most of the time. On, you know, other computers. Oops, it's not right. Okay. Buster's gonna say, Arthur, I think I'm allergic to fish. Or not. Or he can say it. Who cares? I can make him say that if I want. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna fucking stop me? Arthur, I think I'm allergic to fish. Or maybe it was toasters. Go. Oops, no, not the text box, not the text, the words. Please. Hotspot. -3, -5. I'm never gonna remember that. It's gonna be Buster. One more on the dialogue. And like that. Man, the sound effect lag thing is very unfortunate for how this runs here, but I guarantee you on other computers it doesn't do this. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I even just disable the samples like that, we're not gonna... Yeah, see? No chugging. It's just going. Okay, after this we should have one more big wave of those fish before we try and bring in something else. We'll do 21. No, not attached to an active object. I just want the fish. Okay. Then Binky. Oops. Oh, hey. Look at this. This shard just came off of the palm rest of the ThinkPad. Oops. That's an issue. Well. Okay. And Binky says, I hate toasters. I always get my parts stuck in them. And we can leave parts up to the reader to decide what it means. -3, -5. We, of course, don't need dialogue for every single wave of enemies. It's just, you know, we're bringing them in. Bringing in the boys. We want them to each have a line so we know they're there. I think the other debug key I had set up spawned in a Binky. I don't remember. This one. We'll figure it out. Let's just copy it down and see what it does. Get it to fucking cooperate. Oh, shit. Forgot the, there's an overlap here. We need to kind of spawn it in. Okay. 340, 504. 340, 504, 340, 504. Okay. 40, 504. This one. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Oops, I pressed the debug key. Let me not do that. Right, I need to shoot these guys. Okay, no, that was a buster we spawned in, so we kind of fucked that up. Oh, the way it lags is so annoying. God, I mean, I can turn off the sound effects temporarily for testing, but damn. 41. It's the sound effects lagging it. My computer doesn't play them correctly. It's this computer specifically that does it. Oh god, the lag. Oh, it's very annoying, but it's not gonna be an issue on other computers. That's why I don't feel inclined to change it. You know? Okay, what's the debug counter currently tied to? Let's see. The value. Okay, right, we were using it to debug the scroll speed. Let's temporarily change this to track the timer so we get a better sense of when we want things to spawn in. So now it's tracking the actual timer. That's good. .32 seems like a good time to have the next thing happen. Another interesting thing about this sound effect glitch is it's... Not only is it specific to how this computer is set up, it's also specific to Klik and Play. Because it doesn't happen with the Games Factory games. Now, I could try to load this in the Games Factory just to test, but I'm pretty sure we're using so much complex, weird shit in Mother 4 that it actually crashes when we try to import it into the Games Factory, but let's try it anyway. Just for fun. Just for fun, let's see if it'll import. Okay, I think it wasn't when it loads in, it's when you open specific stages it crashes. Like, oh boy. Like, there's a good chance if we click on this stage, it's gonna crash. Oh, it didn't. Okay. So, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, we shouldn't have the sound glitch here. Let's see what happens. Oh, hold on. It's loading. Oh god, is it lagging? Okay, so two things. One, we're not getting the sound effect glitch. But, the engine is lagging. What? How is it lagging? Klik and Play was able to run it better, but as I suspected, the sound effect lag is not happening. Instead, the entire engine is lagging for some reason. That's so weird. I wonder if it's because of the big active object we have moving around. Let me test something. Object preferences. I can't display as a background. That's so weird that it's lagging this. Like, what is it about this that's lagging it? That it wasn't lagging Klik and Play. That's so weird. Do the other stages do that? Hold on. So obviously the game is not, you know, the game is not made for the Games Factory, but let's test some of these stages to see how they run in the Games Factory. This one runs fine. Oh, let it load. Okay. This one runs fine, but that makes sense because this uses the most built-in vanilla shit out of all the stages. Okay, let's try a different stage. Let's try Goku. See what Goku do. It always lags at the beginning when it loads in, like, sound or assets or something. See, this one's running fine. This part's running fine. Does the Kamehameha wave crash it? Oh. Wait. I think the Games Factory breaks the Kamehameha wave for some reason. Hold on, I want to test this. Wow! Something about how we did the Kamehameha wave doesn't work in the Games Factory, even though it works in Klik and Play. That's so weird. It's just stuck there firing. Like, there's just minor minor little, like, incompatibilities between these versions that make it not fully compatible. That's so interesting to me. It's probably not interesting to most of you, but it's interesting to me. I suspect that the Spider-Man stage flat out won't work at all because of all the complex shit I had to do to get the sine and cosine working. Give it a second. Give it a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can web swing after I kill this Noid. Okay.
Web swing.
Whoops. Okay, wait, let me try that again without glitching out of existence.
Web swing. Web ball.
Actually, it's working surprisingly well.
Web swing. Web swing.
A little glitchy, but it was glitchy in Click and Play as well. Working surprisingly well, to be perfectly honest.
Web ball. Web ball. Web.
Can't jump off the platform. There's something bugged about that. That it worked in Click and Play, but not here.
Web swing. That's my purse. Web swing.
I really thought this was going to be the most broken out of all of them, but it's actually working really well.
Web swing.
Interesting. Very interesting to me. Let's see what these other ones do. Next is Laura. Let's see how Laura runs.
Up.
Oh, okay, give it a second to load.
Up. Up.
Oh.
Up. Up. Up.
I thought the grab was working a little buggy.
Up. 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 No. Up. Up.
Laura seems to be working okay.
Up. No.
Let's see if we can do a run jump.
Up.
Oops.
Up.
Okay, but was that because it was buggy or what? Oh.
Up. 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 Up.
So the physics might have been changed enough that the run jumps are a little fucky, but we caught it.
No.
You've got mail.
Okay. It's a little fucky, but it does run. The Simpsons stage, Jesus. This one is probably gonna run like shit, maybe. My running theory as to why the Arthur stage runs like shit in the Games Factory is because of the scrolling rock walls. They're technically a huge active object, so maybe it doesn't handle it correctly in memory compared to how Click and Play does. Hard to say. Let it load, let it load. Oh god, I forgot how slow Homer is. Was Homer this slow in Click and Play? He must have been. This feels awful. Jesus, I can't believe we had Homer this slow. Oops. Boy died. But yeah, for some reason, the Arthur stage runs slow, and the only thing I can think of is the huge fucking scrolling shit at the side. Because it's technically a huge active object, so the Games Factory must be handling it in a weird way that's fucking it up. But yeah, that goes and show exactly what I was talking about with the sound effect glitch, though. Now, I think the boss stages are what actually crashes the Games Factory. Like, I'm going to try to open the Gadget boss stage, and that should crash it, I think. Huh. Interesting. Well, I know for sure that the Laura versus Subway boss fight crashes the Games Factory. I keep getting proved wrong. I could have sworn I tried to open this in the past, and it was crashing. I don't know. It's so weird.
Crap.
Very weird. Very weird. Okay, hold on. Let me check in a few things real quick. The little girl may or may not be napping. Or she may have woken up 15 minutes ago. Let me check what she's doing. Oh no, she's still napping a bit. Make sure my timer is going for her nap. There we go. Okay. But yeah, interesting shit. The sound effect thing's gonna be a pain in the ass while we're working on this. Part of me is wondering if... So the ThinkPad has been very good to us. Part of me is wondering that if specifically because of this sound effect lag glitch, if we should try to maybe work on this stage on a different machine. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna make... How fast is this? Because it's gonna make things a little difficult to gauge how everything feels. It seems to not be doing it right now, though. You know what it might be? Oh, okay, so now it's starting to do it. Yep, there, it's back. I wonder if it's like a memory leak. Can I export and try running it on my main PC? It's... I'm pretty sure Click and Play is only just barely 32-bit. It's not going to run on a modern PC. Like, if you look on the Gex and Gadget demo I uploaded to itch.io, if you look at the files of the version that's meant to run on modern PCs, like if you actually look in the files that you're downloading, it's it's an instance of DOSBox configured to run Windows 3.1 to run the actual game. I guess I could test it by running it through DOSBox. One big issue is there are actually other sound effect issues when you run it through DOSBox. Longer sounds just don't play for some reason. It's a weird compatibility issue. If we want to test it, we have to have a button we can click to go to that stage. Hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. There. And now back to Arthur. Jump to that frame. Let me save. Let me try to export this as a standalone game, so maybe we can try to test it. You are free to create games and software programs using Click and Play and to distribute these games and programs to others, provided you do not charge for the same. For the same what? Not with an installer. Let's see, where do I want to save this? Let me make a folder for this so we don't make a big mess. Test out there.
Holy crap!
You can now run it from the file manager or the program manager. Okay, let's close out of Klik and Play. Where is it? Test out. Here's the whole stinky game. See, it just comes up and you can click and you can play it. I wonder if it's... Does it happen when you play it here? Let's see. Is it starting to slow down? Because what if it's an issue when you only when you're running it within, you know, the game editor? No, I don't think that is, because I've seen it on compiled games as well. Like some of the Sonic games we played before were doing it too. Oh, see, it's starting to happen a little bit. I feel like it's happening less in this version. And probably because the computer has more RAM available. I don't know. Let me add this to a file. We're zipping it. We're giving it the zip. We're giving it the zip. The zip. Gamers, I'm out of old man juice. Come on. There we go. 24 megabytes. Wow. Okay. Let me see if I can upload this. Because I don't know if that file bin is going to let me upload from this computer. Your browser is not supported. Shit. I'm not sure how to get it off of here. I still don't have an FTP set up. File IO, that's not gonna fucking work, man. I'll try it, but it's not gonna work. Who's this guy? Oh, yeah! Shh. 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 Well, that was a great website to go to. Good job, everybody. I really need to set up just a simple fucking FTP server. The problem is, as long as I'm routing through this fucking little bitch, it's a pain in the ass to have it accessible on an FTP server. I have to pee. Gamers, I have to pee. Let me take a quick pee. Take a quick pee. Take a quick pee-pee. Hi, I'm back from the PP zone. So like I was saying, I think our two options right now, like I was saying earlier, we could either find another computer to develop this stage on that hopefully won't have the sound issue, which obviously is not exactly an easy thing to do because Windows 98 computers aren't too easy to come by. The other option is just we work on this stage just with the sound effects disabled so that we don't run into the problems. You know what I mean? Just so we can get a proper feel for everything. Which is kind of annoying, but you know, the ThinkPad, the T22, this is a Pentium 3. It's not meant to run Windows 98. This thing shipped with Windows 2000. It would probably do good with Windows XP. You know, low-end Windows XP. So really, it's not meant to be running Windows 98. Windows 98 is before this thing's time. Which is probably why we're having the sound issue. It's just the drivers aren't playing well with the ThinkPad. Because this thing isn't meant to run Windows 98. And you know, that makes sense. Why would it run well? It's not supposed to do this. This stupid dum-dum. Make sure the samples are off. Don't play samples. Here, I don't have a sample. Okay, see, as long as the samples are off, it seems to run fine. And yeah, it's a lot simpler to keep up with these things. I was actually having trouble with them because of how the game was lagging. I wasn't able to really focus and shoot them. I think 32... Oh, look at that piece of toast stuck there. We have to have some kind of cleanup code for this kind of thing, but for now we'll leave it as is. So 32 seems like a good time for the next event to happen. Let's see. So, part of me still wants to have some extra stuff scrolling by in the center of the stage that kind of blends in the background just to give more of an illusion of movement, but maybe we don't have to focus on that right now. So in the actual game, at this point, after, you know, going in through the intro, they would end up in Corneria City. With, you know, a bunch of robots and stuff to dodge. I don't know if we necessarily want to have it so you can smash into things as Arthur. Because we don't want to have to sit here and code that. But we could probably have some bigger enemies right here. Okay, what is... Let me close out of Photoshop so we can get our RAM back. Okay, what's a good enemy? What's another good enemy we can do here? How about... What kind of enemy should we do? Okay, Shinga, we'll do some Frog Luigis. For you, we'll do some Frog Luigis. Now let me see if we can get into the Spriter's resource to die. Frog Luigis can be kind of quick, like, zippy enemies. that like pass through real quick and you don't necessarily have to kill them. But they're a threat to you. I miss when web pages were just one step away from being text files. Of course Super Mario Maker isn't listed at the top. The stuff that's listed at the top is the stuff that fucking obnoxious children want. Of course. Of course. I need to constantly download 23,000 PNG files of Deltarune at all times. Where's the letters? S for Super Mario Maker? Look, gamers. Look, it's Sonic Oranges. Okay, where is it? Super Mario. Bros. Maker. Here we go. We'll just grab it on the main computer and send it over. Oh, man. Like, we caught the ass end of it being possible to browse the web at all on the Windows 98 machine. Like, during the course of us working on this game, it basically just stopped being possible to browse the web in any meaningful capacity on a Windows 98 computer. Okay, let's see. Which one of these guys is Luigi? There he is. Alright, let me save this image as a PNG file, I guess. Go to File Bin. And upload the file. Oh boy. And let's go grab the file now that it's uploaded. Oh man, what a long ass string of text I have to type in. Okay. There it is. Let it finish loading. It's done loading. Okay. Save the image. And we're gonna... Did it save? Oh, it's still downloading. Good. Now we'll pop that into Paint and do whatever the fuck we do. See, the thing is, PNG files are exotic and weird to Windows 98, so it opened it in Internet Explorer. It doesn't know what to do with this. I guess I'll try to open it from Paint instead, see if it'll let me. Oh, how about all files? Let's see what happens. Oh, we're gonna need to copy and paste it. Okay, no problem. Copy. Paste. Alright, where the fuck is the Luigi? There's Luigi. There's Frog Luigi. Okay, so let's just focus down on this guy. Oh, it's gonna be a big pain in the butthole. Okay. We'll do this a different way. Kind of crop it. Like this. Go. And check out this trick. I'm incredibly smart. I'm flipping it vertically. And now we're gonna crop it again. Because I'm so smart. I'm so fucking smart. Holy shit, I'm the smartest man on earth. And then we just flip it again. And bam! It's a Frog Luigi. Okay, let's make this a 256 bit map. We're just gonna suck some of the color, but that's fine. Okay. Swim forward, swim up, and swim down, which is exactly what we want. 3 frames each should be very simple to set up here. Very simple. Save real quick. Oh, hold on. Lagging out a bit. Right. Let's get him in here first, and then we'll set him up. Now we set up the hotspot and everything. If we center the hotspot, is that fine? Probably. Do the same for the action point. See how fast he animates in game. Too fast. Oh no! He's going psycho mode. A little slower would be fine. Okay, compared to Mario 3, that's fast, but for our purposes, it'll be fine. Now, he's pretty small, which is going to make him difficult to hit, but what I want him to do is I want him to come on screen from the top and kind of, like, do some, like, quick, dodgy movements, and then try to exit the screen from the bottom. And while he's doing his dodgy movements, he's going to fire some shots towards Arthur, I guess. Going here. And then we're gonna get the top and bottom looking correct instead of just being flips. There we go. Oops. Yep, and then we'll correct all the things. Get this centered. We didn't miss anything here, did we? Wait, nope, we got it. Go. And we'll do the bottom as well. Check to see if this little girl's still sleeping. She's still conked out. I'll let her go until 3. Alright. Right, and then fix the hotspot. Go. Last frame. Yeah, okay. So now he has all 4 directions. We're going to make him into a bouncing ball. We're going to clamp him to only 4 directions once he's, in code and everything. Moves a little fast, let's bring the speed down just a touch. A little bit slower. That's good. Okay. Save, since we got that in place. So the idea is there's gonna be swarms of him that come in, do some chaotic swimming around, and then they get the fuck out of there. Okay, so ultimate value equals 0. We're gonna make sure his direction is downward. And you know what? We'll piggyback onto the every 1 second, and we'll just add 1 to ultimate value A every 1 second. Okay. Well then, no, because that's going to be a little, that has too much potential. See, that doesn't mean every 1 second add 1 to it. It means every time Click and Play itself has passed through a second, it's adding 1. Which I know that sounds the same, but it's different. You could spawn in the Luigi, like, a frame before Click and Play is counting to 1, and then it'll immediately add 1 to his value A right after. So actually we want to piggyback off a smaller timer event. Yeah, every 2 stinky seconds. That'll do. Okay. If alterable value A is greater than, and we'll have to work out the timing on this, 50 and less than some other value, I don't know which one yet, we will make it so every second we will look in a random direction. And then if value is greater than, this should be less than. Then if value is greater than that, his direction gets set down. Let's see how this works. Comes in. And he fucked off. It happened. Can we see that again? Comes in. That's a little better. He should be turning more frequently though. So rather than every 1 second, let's do like every half a second. He swims off. Okay, so I think the initial part, the 50, can be lowered a bit. Let's do like maybe 25. Pretty low down there. Okay, it's random every time, so you know, it's going to be a thing where sometimes he does really chaotic movements, sometimes he doesn't. But there's going to be a ton of them on screen, so it's not going to matter as much, you know? And he just fucked off again. Okay, we need some code to keep him in the stage. If his Y position is less than 0, then look down. If his X position is less than 0, look right. His X position is greater than 640. Look left. So this should keep him in the stage. He can still fuck off to the bottom early, but that's okay. Yep, now he's fucking off. So we do also want him to shoot. Now, one issue is we kind of changed, I think, how the toasts work. Not the toasts, the enemy bullets in general. Right? Because now they just kind of... Well, no, if they're set to toast, they just go downward. I wonder if we can make them into shoot objects again, so if we don't have to just have them go downward and we can allow them to kind of target Arthur. Let's see what happens. For now, let's piggyback off of the turning event and see if we can have him shoot as well and see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And we'll do it differently. Shoot. And direction of Arthur. Not the side walls of Arthur. Alright, and see what happens. Oh god. Okay. No, those aren't... Okay, they do hurt. Okay, so... Every half a second is too often, so that has to happen slower. Because there's going to be multiple of them on screen. Pick a Luigi at random as well. we can always tweak the value if this is not often enough. It's gonna be multiple of them on screen, so it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a little difficult. Let's drag him over here so he can be safe, and we'll add an event to destroy him at the start so we don't have, you know, moving. What's left for us to do? Well, we're putting together the stage, so we're gonna be, you know, coding in when things spawn in. We're gonna be drawing and coding enemies as we need them, stage elements as we need them. And here's the thing, I'm not sure how the stage layout is going to work for the Arthur stage, because all the previous stages, they were like single screens. You move through the screen, you hit the end, you go to the next screen. You do that 6 or 7 times, you get to the boss. Here we have a stage that's scrolling. It's going to consist of one stage, kind of like a Star Fox stage. When we get to the end, it's at the end of the stage? Is there a boss fight? Like, is this going to be a thing where there's one single stage, and then a boss fight, and then that's it for the stage, we go on to the next character? Or is there going to be multiple scrolling stages, like, and then the boss fight? I'm not sure. Okay, 2 of you are saying one stage, one boss. I can see the logic in that. So here's what we can possibly do. We can make it one long scrolling stage. So here's the thing. This stage specifically, this whole Arthur Star Fox parody, might end up being one of the shorter stages in the game. But what we can do is we can make it appear to be a long scrolling stage if we either run into event issues partway through in terms of too many events, or we run into a situation where, you know, we want to change things up mid-stage. We can implement some kind of transition to make it go to a new frame, or we can continue the scroll and everything and have it kind of look like it's the same stage but we've moved to a new frame. And that way, when we get to the boss will be on his own frame as well and can rip out unnecessary events. Yeah, we can implement checkpoints. I think it makes sense. If we're going to make it be one long stage, we can implement checkpoints. I'm fine with that. Okay, I like the idea of this. So this is, in the end, this is going to, when you're actually playing it, it's going to be a shorter stage. But it's going to be one long stage to the boss. Kill the boss, you move on to the final normal stage of the game. That is right. I'm not, like, calculating it wrong, right? Let's see. There's 7 Chaos Emeralds. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so the stage after Arthur is going to be the last regular stage of the game before we get to the true ending. Okay, that makes sense. I like our plan. Okay. Let's see if we can get this computer to shut down.
Goodbye, stupid. We've had a lot of fun on your crappy computer. Please don't ever come back.
There we go. Okay, so we have something resembling a plan for this second to last normal stage we're working on. So that's good. We're pulling ourselves out of Simpsoning it. We're putting an immense effort to not Simpson it. We're having to really focus on pushing it forward to avoid that trap. So hopefully we're successful. So next Saturday we're gonna finish up the coding for the Luigi quick enemy and then continue working on this part of the stage. Trying to push forward as hard as we can. And get as close as we can to get this damn thing done. But yeah, that's it for the day. So long as everything works and cooperates, then on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do more Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2, not regular Spider-Man 2. Friday's the day after Thanksgiving, right? I think I'm going to be home. Like, I think I'm just going to my parents' house for Thanksgiving, and then on Friday I'll be home. If I am home, then we'll play more Tomb Raider 3, and, you know. And then Saturday, like I said, I'm going to work more on this thing. Okay? Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Yeah. I'm going to go lament the fact that I have not had a gobbler sandwich from Wawa yet this year. I need to do something about that. Fuck. Fuck. Say fuck into your mouse. Fuck. You did it.